So you've just got your license and are ready to ride. But the question is, do you go for the cheap and inexpensive helmet or take a bit more out of your savings? Come to think of it, when will you even need to replace it? Well, we've collected a few mistakes that beginner riders make to help you avoid them so that you can stay safe and save some money and time as well. Sebastian from Champion Helmets here, and just like there are a lot of things that you can accidentally do wrong with taking care of or purchasing your bike, there are a few mistakes that we also often see people make in dealing with their motorcycle helmets. Whether it's an improperly adjusted helmet to just not knowing what features you should really be looking for in buying your helmet. So we'll be going over a few of the biggest mistakes you should make sure to avoid, as well as how you can be sure to avoid them. Just a quick reminder to subscribe and check out the rest of our YouTube channel, where we review, road test, and measure the latest motorcycle helmets to help you decide which helmet is best for you. First, we'll start with one of the most basic mistakes that we still often see starter riders make: buying an improperly fitted helmet. This is always a fundamental aspect to buying a helmet, and as such, it can have impacts ranging from mild discomfort to actual danger if the helmet slips off. When you're first buying a helmet, the best advice is to make sure you're able to try one on in a physical store, regardless of if you plan to buy from there or not. This way, you can make sure of your size and how well the helmet itself will fit. If there are no stores near you and you're going to order online, then make sure to ask a friend to help measure your head for sizing and to also take a look at your head from above. This second step is important since helmets often come in round, intermediate oval, and long oval head shapes, with the intermediate oval being the most common. So a friend can help by making sure what head shape you have, since if you get the wrong head fit, then you can experience uncomfortable pain points or hot areas in the helmet. But there's nothing to worry about. If you do accidentally get the wrong size, you can always exchange it with us at Champion Helmets for free, and we also have you covered with our helmet sizing video. Next mistake to avoid would be not cleaning the helmet regularly. While this may seem a bit pedantic, it will not only give you a nicer smelling helmet, but it will help it last a bit better in the long term. This is because oils in your hair or sweat can affect the rate of deterioration of the different liner materials in the helmet that are there to keep your head safe. But when you do clean the helmet, always make sure you use either helmet cleaner or very mild soap and warm water. Don't scrub the outside too hard, and for the inside it's basically the same. You just delicately rinse, shampoo, and rinse the padding again. However, if you do ride a lot or don't have a lot of spare time, then you can easily find a workaround by wearing a balaclava when you ride, since you can just watch that instead of having to keep cleaning the helmet. The next mistake that we see is not replacing a helmet soon enough or going for an inexpensive used helmet over a slightly more expensive new one. While there's nothing wrong with going for a lightly used helmet, more thoroughly used helmets are generally already reaching the end of their useful life, and generally these helmets are designed for about 3 to 5 years of use before they need to be replaced, assuming that they've been treated right. So it's important to make sure you replace your helmet when you need to, and to avoid a 6-year-old hand-me-down from a friend. There's nothing you can really do to avoid this, but the best thing to do is make sure you treat your helmet right, store it properly, treat it gently, and clean it when it needs it. Another mistake that you often see is not going for the little extras that may seem trivial at first, but really make a difference in the long run. Chief among these is the type of anti-fogging you get in your visor, as well as missing out on earplugs or emergency release cheek pads. Anti-fog features are incredibly important for a visor, since that's how you see the road. While a lot of helmets will boast an anti-fog treatment, which will generally be serviceable, the best option is to always go for the anti-fog pinlock visor and insert. This is the best because it offers a double glazing effect on your visor, which will stop potential fogging. Earplugs are also important, especially if you plan on long highway speed rides, since it can help prevent cumulative hearing loss from the sound of your bike and the wind on your helmet. And emergency release cheek pads are also important since they allow first responders to more easily and quickly remove the helmet from your head. The last piece of advice would be to try to avoid going for style over practicality. Obviously, the helmet that most speaks to you in a graphic that you like is the best option, but also keep in mind what sort of riding you think you'd like to do. For example, if you think you'll be riding around town, you may want something that lets you lift up the chin bar, an integrated Bluetooth system, or something like a drop-down sun visor. Likewise, on the track, you'll want the opposite, so a hard carbon fiber or fiberglass shell, an aerodynamic design, and a lot of ventilation. Basically, just make sure you're considering the helmet that has been built for the riding you plan on doing, rather than for simply looks. With these basic tips in mind, if you're feeling ready to go out and take a look at some helmets, make sure to head to championhelmets.com, where we have a lowest price guarantee, plenty of bundle deals including free visors or discounted comp systems, and you can exchange your helmet for free for a different size. If you have any questions, you can also always reach out to us via our live chat. These may be some basic things to avoid, but a stitch in time and all that does save having to buy another helmet, or worse, putting up with an uncomfortable one for a few years. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to check out our road tests and let us know your thoughts down below. I'm Sebastian from Champion Helmets, and thanks for watching.